Welcome to the Real Estate Trifecta. My name is Carlos Salinas, Mr. You Don't Need 20%. Back at it again, episode 10.
Yeah.
Season finale.
Episode 10, season finale for season 1. It's been a long journey.
Yes.
Our first season has been amazing. Nothing short of true intelligence, nothing short of true charisma, respect,
Absolutely.
class, integrity. I could go on.
All of that.
I can go on for
going.
a while. You know what? Kev is, wow. Yes, I could go on for a while. I'm super excited because this has blossomed into exactly what I thought it was, a beautiful platform for us to showcase our skills and talent and knowledge in this industry, mine in real estate, Kevin's in insurance, and Lou in finance. I'm extremely blessed. This season has been nothing short of amazing, and we're gonna end like we started, strong. Today we have an amazing guest in the building.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The premier top number one real estate attorney, not only in New York and also in Long Island.
Numero uno. This
man is a heavy hitter. Asaph German is in the building.
Asaph
sir.
German.
Give it up.
Yeah,
one
let's go.
time. One time.
My guy. The only person that I really turn to for all real estate information when it comes to the legality of certain things. And I can't stress enough how important it is to have heavy hitters on your team. Hence the reason the company that I keep. Please, brother, tell me what's going on. Who are you?
Who am I?
Who are you?
Who am I?
Everybody knows who he
Hardest question
is.
in the world.
Everybody knows.
I am the very little known Kevin Spann. Kevin Spann, the insurance guru. Kevin Spann, the Allstate insurance agent. Kevin Spann, the man that's 1/3 of the real estate trifecta.
Yes, sir.
Very, very happy to be here one more time with my brothers. Mr. You Don't Need 20%. And for my fly brother to the left, always sharply dressed, handkerchief always in the right place.
Handkerchief gang.
Pocket square game.
His
That's
shoe
it. I
game.
missed it.
Oh
I missed it.
God, I wish
Yeah.
I could share his shoe game with you.
Okay.
But to my left, I have Mr. CFP, Mr. Lou Soriano. Lou,
Thank you,
talk to the
guys.
people.
Thank you, Kev. Your introductions, I'm gonna mention it. I'm gonna miss your introduction.
That's right. That's right.
So I want to thank Mr. Evan Russell for filling in for me last week while I was on
Shout out
vacation.
to Evan Russell,
Shout
my
out to
guy.
Evan Russell.
One time.
He did an amazing job. I watched that episode and I really got into it, and I thought he did an amazing job filling in for me.
100%.
And he's going to be filling in for me permanently, but
it.
I will be tapping in with you
Of
guys
course.
from time to time.
Yes.
There's just some other things I'm going to be doing,
Yep.
and Evan is a natural fit for this group.
Absolutely.
So he'll be here, but I will miss those introductions because let me tell you, when Kevin Spann introduces you, you walk out of here like feeling 10 feet tall. So I might have to just call Kev once in a while. I was like, hey, Kev, can you just like say what you used to say on the podcast
Lou,
for
I
me?
got you.
If I'm feeling down, I'm going to be calling you for that.
I got you. I got you.
One other thing I wanted to mention about being on this podcast. One, I want to thank Carlos for having me as part of this panel. If you watch episode 1, I thanked him for including me in this. I thanked him for putting this together. People don't realize how much work goes on, not only while we do this, but behind the scenes. The guy put his heart and soul into this and will continue to.
100%.
So, Carlos, I thank you for that.
Thank you.
Kevin,
And
I thank you
brother.
also because the first time, believe it or not, I ever cracked the mic on Instagram was with Kevin Spann.
There you go. There you
I didn't even realize it. So I've done so much this past year. It's just been a blur. But Kevin and I met through Instagram. It was just a random thing. I
We
posted an article.
we met through Instagram.
Oh, you guys did too?
No,
I didn't know that.
Me and you.
Oh, me and you too.
Me and you, and then we bumped into each other at Tropical Smoothie. Guys.
Episode 1, I shared that story.
That's
We saw
it.
each other in Tropical Smoothie, hugged it out. That's what I said.
That's
I remember
it. Tropicolada on deck.
This
There you
sounds
go.
like the beginning of a beautiful
Bromance.
Tropicolada bromance.
that. And the bromance continued with Kevin. I posted a story on the Wall Street Journal, that was in the Wall Street Journal, regarding insurance and so forth. He hit me up. We started a conversation. Kevin said, hey, we should do a live and talk about this
100%.
one day next week.
Yes, sir.
Hour later, Kevin Spann calls me and says, it's going to be old by then. We're doing it today. And I'm like, I had the jitters. I didn't know how to do this. Kevin being a pro, right?
Right. Easy.
Easy. It was light work for him.
Too easy.
Put me on. And in fact, I'm going to share that video. Because it was a good topic and a great discussion.
Right.
Haven't seen that in a while. But I thank you for that because
100%.
that was my first time doing something like that. And then here I am, 10 episodes deep with you.
10 episodes here, but
A
about
year
1,000 in other places.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah. You
It's
guys,
been all good. It's
listen,
been fun.
I got to say, from the bottom of my heart, I think the most impactful episode where I actually saw you for you was the Father's Day episode.
Thank
when
you for that, too.
When I saw Justin up on the screen, I know that was a surprise, but I can promise you that, the armor was down.
Yeah.
And I saw you for who you were, the father that you are to Justin and your two amazing girls.
Thank you.
You will be missed.
Thank
Your
you.
presence will be
But I'm
missed.
not really.
You're not
I'm
going
gonna
nowhere.
be-
I'm
I'm
gonna see
gonna
you all
be
the time.
tapping in. I'm gonna
No,
be
I know
tapping
that.
in.
I know that. But it's different when you start something with
Thank you.
somebody. And listen. Before this podcast started, I was here shooting my official coming out video for the new and improved Douglas Elliman.
Yes,
Let's go.
Made a
Douglas
big,
Elliman one
made a
time.
big splash today.
Congrats.
I'm super excited. So if anybody understands what it is to follow your dreams and upward growth, brother, I support you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, from the bottom of my heart.
And I appreciate the fact that you went through the trouble. Here again is where Carlos shines with me, is went through the trouble. My son couldn't make it for that episode.
100%.
You guys had your son's here. He was away on vacation that week.
Yeah.
Kevin was
Kev too.
driving from
Yeah,
Portland
man.
to LA. So
Yeah,
Production.
but that clip means the world to me, and I save it, and I
Good.
plan
Yeah,
on I have watched it several times since, more times than I care to admit, because I enjoyed it so much. So
I can
thanks
tell
for
you,
that too.
I can tell you there is no other Lou Soriano. I implore you, because we will stalk you.
No, you won't have to. I'll be around.
All right,
I'm not
cool.
that hard to find.
We're gonna see you all the time.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yes,
I'm good.
you will
Thank you.
We have this beautiful screen behind us where we do tap into people on Zoom. So your expertise is invaluable, especially for entrepreneurs, real estate agents in this industry, because you work hand in hand with Kevin Spann's field of expertise in insurance. We need you. So
I'll be here.
Yes,
I'll be around.
Shout out to Evan Russell, who's going to be the person whose seat that's going to be moving forward for the real estate trifecta.
Amazing
I can
guy.
promise you, yes,
I
can promise you, you will expect amazing things from him.
Yep.
He has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to mortgages, mortgage information, anything that has to deal with the purchase of your home. Evan Russell is the guy. You'll see his information at the bottom. This show is sponsored by RCG Mortgage, so I want to send a big shout out to them. And I also want to send a big shout out to Tim McGarren at Guardian Angel Inspections. Holds me down. Tim is my guy. Love him. Doesn't skip a beat during his inspections. He is the premier professional. Lot happening.
sponsor.
Yeah.
we've got to mention EPM Studios.
EPM Studios too. We haven't forgotten about them. I was going to get to them.
Okay.
EPM Studios for sure. EPM Photography. ARC, you're doing an amazing job. Thank you for giving us the platform and allowing us to shine.
Indeed.
Lot going on.
Yes. Always.
Oh my, wow. Yes. I'll start with me. Market is still strong. The person, our guest, is going to be able to tell us what he feels about it. So he has his hand in it every day of the week. So I can tell you from, again, market's still hot for people that are looking to list their homes. Now is the time. I like to tend to think the end of the summer is going to start focusing on the holiday close season. So if you're looking for a house before Thanksgiving, if you're looking for a house before Christmas, now is the time to start,
Get on it.
putting out those feelers. Call me, call your local real estate agent, call anyone at Douglas Elliman.
Yes.
Hello.
Smithtown, New York.
DE.
DE, right? You know what I mean? And get on the ball. Want to send a big shout out to all my clients that are sticking through the process. I know it's hard, especially through this transition, but I want to pass the microphone to Kev. Kev, what's going on, brother?
I just want to create a visual about every time you're driving around in your car.
Sure.
Imagine that you're driving around with all your assets in your trunk.
Okay.
You're driving around with the net worth of your home,
Okay.
the net worth of your business,
Yep.
the net worth that you have tucked away in your savings and your various accounts.
Yep.
And it's very important that your car insurance has the proper liability limits to protect those assets that you're driving around with in your trunk.
Yep.
Had a situation this week. Someone hit one of my clients.
Are they okay?
They're okay.
Okay.
They're well.
That's good. Most important.
The
for real.
problem is
Yes.
the person that hit one of my clients was with one of those companies where they just called for 15 minutes and saved 15%.
Oh, okay.
And they purchased the
Funny
bare
style,
minimum,
as you call it.
New York State minimum liability limits, and they're only required to carry 25, 50,000 if they were injured, but they're not, thank God.
Kev used to do
the
stand-up
worst
comedy.
limit that they carry is $10,000 in property damage.
Wow.
Now, my client was not driving a Bugatti.
Right.
They had a nice car.
Of course.
The value of it being totaled is $19,000.
Okay.
So that hilarious company, funniest company out there,
Sure.
is going to pay $10,000 toward fixing my client's car.
Yep.
And now this person who owned a few things, property owner,
Yep.
is going to have to dig in their pockets for the rest of the money and the damage that was caused.
Wow.
People just don't know that. So people, when you get in your car today, visualize that your assets are in your trunk and ask yourself, do you have it properly protected? If you don't, give me a call. I can help you with
100%.
that. I can
Insurance
review that
food.
policy with you and make sure you are properly protected for you. Not the house down the block, but you.
Let me ask you a question, because a lot of us as business owners, right? Nobody is invincible, to an accident. Accidents happen. It is what it is. For business owners, right? Some of us that hold LLCs, some of us that are in the real estate business, entrepreneurs. What are some of? Because I know for a fact, as a real estate agent, we are mandated. I forget what the numbers are. Hold on, Katie, can you?
Yeah, she did a good job. I'm going to tell you that
okay,
story.
please. Yes. All right, cool.
Douglas Elliman,
Yes.
good thing about where you joined,
Tell me.
final part of your deal, you said, Kev, I'm getting ready to make the move.
Yep.
But you have to send my insurance policy to Douglas Elliman because
Yep.
they want to make sure you're properly insured.
100%.
So you work for a company that understands that they want to make sure you're properly protected.
Right.
So to the question you were going to ask,
Yep.
those realtors, so many people
Yep.
are self-employed doing
Yep.
wonderful things. Think about the same thing.
Okay.
You're riding around with your assets in the trunk of your
100%.
car.
Yep.
And I ran a few minutes late today because I had to go to Harlem to handle some business up there.
Right.
When you go in the
that's
city,
right.
and even on Long Island, you see so many people walking across the street doing what?
On their
cell
phone.
phone.
Yeah,
Faces
faces
down.
down.
All the time.
Absolutely.
They're listening to music. They're not looking at traffic. And if one of these people walks in front of you
Yep.
and you hit them, even though you're sober, it's broad daylight,
Oh, it's a
you're
wrap.
doing the right thing,
Yeah.
you're at fault and you're going to pay from your policy. So again, the question is, do you have, is your policy properly protected?
Okay.
Do your liability limits align with your assets, not
Okay.
with whether you're cheaper than your neighbor, because your neighbor doesn't do what you do. Your neighbor doesn't do
100%.
what you do.
Yep.
And you
Everybody's
have
different.
a lot of
Yeah,
exposure.
for real.
So, Lou, just passing the mic and passing the ball to you.
Yeah.
Your business is asset protection, make sure people are doing the right thing. So
I help
talk
with
about
business
what you-
structures and stuff like that. I mean, I could go on with a lot of things, but since we're talking about things that occurred this week, something that occurred with me with a client, I made a video about it. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see it.
What's your handle again? I'm sorry.
Lou Soriano CFP, at Lou Soriano CFP.
Love it.
So something that occurred this week was I had a client who took some money, or who was referred to me, who took money out of a retirement plan.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because the prices of homes are so expensive now,
Yep.
folks, it's gotten to the point where whatever you have saved up may not be enough. And people want to pay over asking price, or that is the norm, not almost
Correct.
the norm.
Well, in the market that we're in now, yes.
Currently.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
you need an extra 20, 30, 50
Yep.
grand. People say, well, I have this money sitting in a retirement account, and they're tapping that. So just to be clear, I don't recommend taking money out of a retirement account almost under any circumstances. So I want to be very careful in what I say. But with that said, there are times where that is the only option. If you are in that situation, I highly recommend, especially if it's a qualified plan like a 401k, that you take a loan against your 401k and not a distribution. Let me explain briefly.
Yes.
If you take out a distribution, let's just call it $50,000, what's going to happen is that's going to be a taxable event. So you're not realizing it now because we're here in August. You got your money. You have this additional money for a down payment. You're all well and good right now. In January, I promise you, you're going to get a 1099-R for that premature distribution, assuming you're under 59 and a half, and that's all going to be taxed as ordinary income.
That's right.
I go on.
Go ahead.
There's a 10% premature distribution penalty that is also assessed
Right.
to that early distribution.
Yep.
So this
Yep.
client, unfortunately, was in that situation. A better option, and again, I don't recommend taking money from a retirement plan, but if you were to do it, a loan would be a better option. Here's why. You take out a loan for this $50,000. It is not a taxable event. You still have the $50,000 to apply towards your down payment on your home. And if that's the purpose, we're the real estate trifecta, so we're going to assume
course,
that's
of
the
course.
purpose. And you have to pay yourself back with interest. So the interest rates vary. You got to check with your custodian to see what that might be. Check what the provisions are for these type of loans.
Yep.
But you don't incur a tax bill by doing this, Kev. You pay yourself back with interest, so you're putting money back with interest, and you're all good. Now, the situation with this one client who did do this, so I had two situations like this. So they took out the loan, but the wife, the spouse in this case, left the job. So she got a letter in the mail that says, hey, that 50 grand, you got to pay it back in 60 days.
Stop it.
And they said, wait a minute, I took out a loan. What do you mean?
My money.
No. Okay. So one caveat to this, and there are many, that's why I don't recommend it.
Right.
But again, you have to know what you're doing, and you really should speak with an accountant, a tax
CFP.
professional, a CFP.
CFP.
Mr. CFP.
Just speak with somebody. Honestly, I'd be happy
just
to
speak
help
with
too.
Lou.
Of course.
You have to speak with somebody
His
before doing
information
this.
is going to be below. trust
Yeah,
me.
there's lots of pitfalls here. So when the spouse left the employer, she got a promotion, took another job. Well, that became a taxable event if it's not paid back within 60 days. So fortunately for them, they were in a position where they could pay it back. But if it were not paid back, that would also be a taxable event. So again, just know what you're doing, guys, when you're tapping these retirement accounts for 401ks. I literally have a series about it on my Instagram account.
There you go.
Take a look.
Let's go.
All right. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And this is why I'm going to miss having you on the show, brother. I've learned so much in these 10 episodes. I've learned so much watching you on your platform. I think as an entrepreneur, it's extremely important to follow a lot of the advice that you provide for us, especially as young people, you know, especially as young entrepreneurs in this industry, you know, Roth accounts, you know.
There's more to come. I'm
IRAs.
telling you.
Like,
That's part of the reason why I want to take the time.
There's
going to
never,
be more coming.
In your situation, there's never information overload. It's how much can we use and try to retain you as well. Absolutely. I don't think there's enough urgency put on talking to you. Life is not tomorrow is not guaranteed, you know, but the safety, sanctity, and security of your family is. So I'm gonna leave it with that. We are gonna break really quickly and get the man of the hour on this panel right now. I'm super excited.
Let's go.
We are going to break. Andrew, take it away for our first commercial at the Real Estate Trifecta. Let's go.
We here.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Trifecta. Make sure to hit us up at the Real Estate Trifecta on the gram, Facebook, the Real Estate Trifecta, gmail.com. And before we continue, today is the day, final episode of the season. We will be giving away 75-inch flat screen to the person that DMs us at the Real Estate Trifecta, letting us know, no qualifications needed, letting us know how we did. If you have any questions, letting us know that you want to be involved in the running for this beautiful Vizio.
What is the VA Home Loan Entitlement? Veterans, active duty service members, and others who qualify have what's called a VA Home Loan Entitlement, which is basically a promise from the Department of Veterans Affairs to provide a financial guarantee on a mortgage issued by one of its approved lenders. The VA itself does not issue home loans. Instead, the VA guarantees a portion of the loan. And this guarantee is what's important to lenders, resulting in helping borrowers who might otherwise struggle to secure home loan financing. Having a VA home loan entitlement means your lender has a financial guarantee from the Department of Veterans Affairs.
75-inch television.
Hold up, Carlos.
I'm
All
going
they
in for it.
have
I'm
to
going in.
do, all they have to do is send a DM.
All they got to do
right
is
now.
send us
You're
a
gonna-
DM. That's
He
it.
wants it.
I don't get
Give
it.
me a-
You
give
know
me
what
a
I mean?
minute.
Like we've had
That's what I'm
plenty of
talking
people
about.
doing
And the winner
same.
is-
Yeah, right.
And
We've
that-
had plenty of
at the
people
Real
doing the
Estate
same. Yeah,
Trifecta.
man. It's
75 inch.
75-inch. That's it. Hit me
Vizio.
up. Hit us up. But I want to take a second to introduce this man, my guy, family, not even my attorney to say the least, but family. Somebody that I trust, somebody that I lean on for legal advice, especially when I'm working with clients that have no idea what they're doing, no idea what I'm doing. It's always easy when you have somebody that has your back that's going to help you elevate, take it to the next level. And for that, brother, I thank you. Mr. Asaf German,
Hey, sir.
Welcome.
what's going on?
Happy to be here.
How you feel, good brother?
Oh, it's incredible.
Good, man. You look incredible, as always.
I feel good. Thank you.
Good. As you can see, we got a bottle of Dom right here.
Done.
You know, we pull out the Dom when we got special guests.
Wow.
Brother, I'm going to pass this to you. Please pass this to this man.
I got to make sure I got it.
Oh, yeah,
Does it
please
show
don't
that
drop
we can
that.
open
The
this now?
Don for the Don. The Don for the Don.
What am I supposed to?
You are supposed to take that home, pop it, and celebrate.
Jesus.
I
been in the wrong
want to
place.
say,
He's gonna be back every week.
oh,
now.
every go. I need another bottle. I'm going to Real Estate Trifecta.
What time to show tomorrow?
Brother, I gotta be honest with you. I hadn't had a chance because everything has been so crazy with the birth of my son, with us buying a new place.
Amazing. God
Yeah,
bless.
in the last 6 months, I haven't had a chance to really show up with COVID and everything, to your office. A lot has been happening, obviously, especially with this transition for me. That bottle is to say thank you. I'm
God.
thanking you from the bottom of my heart for helping me with the process of being able to purchase my new home in East Setauket, where I'm at now. I didn't get a chance to deliver that in person. I've had that waiting for you for quite some time. Brother, thank you very much.
Very
As I
nice.
thanked Andrew and Evan as well for helping me with the process of buying my new home. That is from my family. That is from us. That's from my son, Mateo. Thank you. We appreciate it. Yeah, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, man, no
What an
doubt.
honor.
Shout
Very
out
nice.
to Dina Ponzini, who is also a big figure with Asaf. We're going to talk about his team in a second. Shout out to Stacy. Shout out to Marcy. Shout out to Patrina. Shout out to Bianca. Brother, let's start there, actually, if that's okay.
Sure.
You have constructed an amazing team that supports you because I know you're the best. Talk about it.
I mean, whenever I have the honor of speaking and sharing, which I love doing, one of the first things I talk about is your team and the people you have aligned with you.
100%.
Whether they be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your friends, where you work with, to be up here in life, which is where we all strive to be.
100%.
It's only possible with the people on your team, with the people that you're aligned with.
just like we try to dictate with our children, and we try to see like who they're with, what they're doing, who they're associated with.
100%.
To be up here, especially in what we do, because there's so many moving parts. It's all about your team.
100%.
You want to go fast, you go alone. You want to go far, it's with those people. Those people either help you get to the top, or they can very quickly bury you. Okay, and it's very, very important. I feel very honored and blessed to have the staff that I do. I don't even consider them staff; they're my family.
100%.
For those of you who know me, I'm a very positive, happy, motivational guy. I send them group texts every single morning. If you see my group text with my staff, it's like a family thing. It's like, it's like, wait,
that's awesome.
Wait, these people work with you?
Very nice, right?
You know, we're like, love you, hearts. Like, you know, most people when they're texting their boss, they're not like, I love you.
Yeah.
It's
I won't be in today. I'm not feeling good.
And it took many years, just like anything else in life. You know, amazing things don't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes work. It takes effort. It takes consistency. And I've been blessed to have these people in my life. It took over 20 years, and it happened through opportunity, right place, right time, situations, making things happen, you know, having opportunities to hire. And, you know, how they say, you know, no one's irreplaceable. I have some irreplaceable people where I don't know where I would be in my life without them. And I just feel very blessed that they're in my life, to be honest with you.
100%, brother. Well said. Well said.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
man.
awesome.
Shout out to your team.
So what I heard from that, if I didn't miss it, you're a 20-year overnight success.
20 years, exactly right. Perfect, spot on.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's
what I heard.
what he shared with me
That's
too.
what I heard,
Yeah,
but I
but-
loved how you gave all the credit to the team. Team
Yeah.
is everything. Teamwork makes the dream work.
100%, which Asov
I say that phrase.
says that all the time.
say
It's
that
important.
phrase, daily because it's spot on accurate. And whenever anything happens good in my life, the first thing I really do is I point to them. Without them, it's not possible. You know, I may be, you know, okay at what I do, but I can't be where I am today without them. It's a fact. It's a fact. And I recognize them. And you really should recognize everyone in your life that you feel
100%.
helps you get there, whether it be a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, a wife, because, hey, you're working, but, you know, you do come home and those, you know, those people help your life. And if there are people that shouldn't be there, you know, it's just, they're everything. And I recognize them daily.
A lot of gratitude.
Yeah.
And Asaf, I got to know of you through Facebook and social media. And one thing I've always been impressed with you about, although I'm meeting you for the first time today, is you always show a lot of support to all these young professionals coming up.
100%.
So a guy in Asaf's position who these young professionals look up to, I notice you write back to these folks. You're supportive. Hey, I just got a listing. My son being one of them. And I know how much it means to him to hear from me because I'm dad. But you know what? Sometimes when they hear it from a Carlos and a Kevin and Mr. Asaf German, it hits different, right?
100%.
And I do notice that you reply to these young professionals and they appreciate that I know. And you also reply back to just about everybody who writes to you because I've congratulated you too on some of your philanthropic endeavors a couple of years ago.
Which we will be speaking about.
And you wrote back to me, and I thought that was really great that you took the time to do that, not only with the people you do know, but also the people you don't.
The way I look at it is, you know, you're taking the time out of your life to acknowledge me, to thank
doubt.
me, to whatever, and I owe it to you to say thank you.
It's awesome.
And it's appreciated.
I could tell you from experience. Speaking of philanthropic, you know, what is it? Man of the Year, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Listen, I remember this is where I met Andrew Russell.
That's when I first heard of him.
Swear to God, we were at the Ferrari Maserati
Fundraiser. Yes.
Oh my God, we were standing by, you know, these beautiful $100,000 cars. You know, everybody was just decked out to the nines. You know, everyone was happy. Everybody was, you know, comfortable, professional, but we were having a good time. But we were also there to support you with, you know, the work that you do. Speak on some of the philanthropy. I know that you're heavy into it.
So a few years ago, I was blessed and honored to have been nominated for Man of the Year for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Beautiful.
There you go.
It's the biggest blood cancer organization in the world.
Yep.
I had no experience. Thank God I had no connection to cancer at that moment. And after learning about it, with having zero experience, just passion, I put together a team, and at the end of this campaign, we broke every record in history, and I won Man of the Year, and it changed my life. It changed my mindset of life. You know, I lived in a little bit of a bubble.
Right.
I didn't get sick. I didn't get colds.
Right,
I didn't
right,
get fevers. I'm that guy who wears shorts in this winter and no jacket.
Right.
Never missed school. So I was a little oblivious. But once I got involved and I started researching, getting involved with these children and these families, local Long Island families, who were enduring things that, you know, we would hope no one would ever have to endure. And what actually really hit home for me is these children that we helped save their lives were the same age as my children.
Right.
You know,
Right.
We helped a 9-year-old girl from Port Washington and a 13-year-old boy from Miller Place.
Right.
And when you spend time with these children, their families, and you see what they're really going through, wow, it just changes your perspective of life as to, you know, what's really important.
100%.
And, you know, valuing family and life. And, you know, just think to yourself, you know, and I said it at the end of my acceptance speech that night that, you know, when you think you're having a bad day and you see what's going on here,
Makes all the difference.
you're really not having a bad day. You know,
Right.
put it into perspective.
That's right.
And yeah, it changed my life. I got lifelong friends from it. It changed my mindset on what's important to me. And it changed my life business-wise. I mean, just amazing things happened from. And it was an honor, and it was so important to me that I promised the Leukemia Lymphoma Society that I would help them for the rest of my life, or until we find cures, which I hope will be a lot sooner.
100%.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Well said.
Very nice.
Well said.
I know for a fact, we're all busy, you know, especially you. You deal with a lot of moving parts, a lot of clients. They come see you. You are the best of the best. I can attest to that. Judgeship, I don't know if that was something that was on the table, if I remember correctly.
It was at one point. Last June, I was going to run for a judge in my village.
Okay.
And I changed my path.
Okay.
And instead, I'm going to be expanding my business to Florida.
Okay.
Beautiful. Congratulations.
Wow.
So the real estate market is so hot there.
Yes.
Is this breaking news right now, or is this like
it's actually
are you breaking news right now?
Real Estate Show podcast.
Exclusive.
Those guys, I love those guys, bro.
yes.
Okay, you heard it first. We got exclusive info.
Talk about Florida. What's happening in Florida?
So in New York, when you purchase a home, you can't purchase a home here without an attorney.
Right.
Well, if you know, in Florida, when you purchase real property, the realtors and the title companies do everything.
Title company does everything in Florida. Yeah, that's right.
Much different.
Everything.
Okay.
And although there are some attorneys there, usually the realtors and the title companies do everything.
Yeah.
Okay. And the way I sat down, I thought about where I am in my life, where I am in my career, opportunities that have been presented to me through my working, you know, for the years that we have. And I'm going to open up a shop in Southern Florida.
Let's go.
And there are so many realtor clients of mine that have moved to Florida, that are in Florida, that are going to Florida, that know somebody in Florida. So I'm not moving there just yet.
Yeah.
As I referenced before, nothing amazing happens overnight.
No doubt.
And I don't want it to happen overnight because my children are 12 and 14. I can't just leave.
Shout out to them. I saw your girl last night.
I can't just leave. But I have two Florida licensed and New York attorneys as partners who are there, who are very experienced, are amazing energy, and we should be open the second week of September. And I didn't post anything yet. It was a beautiful
breaking news,
beautiful
bro.
article
On the real estate trifecta. That's how we do.
There's a beautiful article that was written of us that I haven't posted on social media because you know, I'm all about service.
Yes.
And as soon as I post it, people will call me and I'm not ready.
Right.
So I didn't want
Get ready now.
Right. This is gonna get broadcast next week.
I'm very excited. You know, after my leukemia and lymphoma award, this is going to be the most important and exciting aspect of my life because there's so much going on there.
Right.
The real estate market is so hot.
Yeah.
It's not going. This isn't like 2000. In my mind, it's not like 2006 or 7 where the rates were low and there were speculators buying.
Yeah, they were just
homes
giving money away, right?
And people buying these homes at 100% financing. Those days are over. But what COVID did, and amongst many other things, changed people's mindset of living where they want to live, having tax advantages,
No doubt.
working from home.
Yeah, working remotely.
And so many people are moving there, are going to be moving there. I feel the market there is going to be hot for a while. And with amazing people. I want to build something, and it'll be my segue. I always think about the future. Of
course.
Some people think about today.
Absolutely.
I'm not worried about today. I'm worried about
Absolutely.
5 years and 10 years or 20
Absolutely.
years. So my goal is to. So I took a stance. And I said, hey, do I want to run for judgeship?
Yep.
Which would have been an honor.
100%.
Or do I want to build something in Florida, and then that'll be my segue to go down there? And hey, I'm 44 years old. If I really want to run for judge, I've plenty of time to do that.
No doubt.
And that's why I made that decision.
So let me say something to
Go
you guys.
ahead.
I just met you, but I feel like kindred spirit with you. And one of my, both your business model, how you recognize your team, how giving back to the community is a part of your business model. But one of the things I live by is inspire and be inspired. So I would say that's something that you live by as well.
100%. That's it. I grew very, very poor. I built everything I have through just old school, nose to the grind, hard work.
Yeah.
When I was a little boy growing up in Brooklyn, I used to
Brooklyn.
Can I see Brooklyn? Okay,
Yeah,
shout from high school.
BK is in the building.
Yes, sir. Listen, I had some Timberlands for you. I left them at home. BK misses you, sends his love. I had some Tims for you. I got them. I'm gonna deliver them. I'm gonna send them to the office.
I love it. Yeah, so growing up in Brooklyn, I wake up, crack of dawn, and wall bomb shopping cart.
Yeah.
Deliver the post, making $10 a week.
No doubt.
That was my first job too, New York Post.
And I don't take anything in my life for granted. I know where I came from. I know what I had to do to get here.
Yep.
And I recognize I wouldn't be where I am without the people that are in my life. Life shaped me. Things happened in life. You go through ups and downs, and you learn from that. And I just feel very blessed to have what I have. But I will always recognize that I would never be where I am without the people in my life.
No
It's
doubt.
it's so nice to hear it too, Asaph, because two things as I'm sitting here listening to you, and we were talking about the young professionals, right?
Yep.
You've said it several times here today, even, and you're still with this mindset that I'm thinking 5, 10, 20 years ahead. I find that a lot of young professionals, they want to get popping right now.
Yeah.
Not now, but right now. You know
Yesterday.
what I mean?
Yesterday.
And they don't realize, here we have Asaph. He's talking about how it took 20 years to get to this point and how he's thinking now about the next 20 years.
Correct.
And he's 44 years of age, he mentioned. So this is the mindset that I think young professionals need to take.
100%.
There is a way to do things, and you evolve over time, and don't rush into things, and take your time, strategize. And success leaves footprints, and follow and pick the brains of people like this who can help you get there, in due time.
Right. And I would honor the opportunity to do that and to help. And that's one of the things I've agreed to do with LLS. And I'll just touch on it for 1 second.
Go for it.
But the Man of the Year campaign, it's a 10-week campaign.
Yep.
Where in 10 weeks,
Yep.
it's to raise awareness and money, to get us steps closer to finding cures, okay? I spent 10 months on it, right? It was a 10-week campaign. I spent 10 months on it, prepping, planning, putting together the team. And, it spread like wildfire because of the team. Again, I was in a little bit of a bubble because I didn't get sick. But once I got involved and I realized how many people are affected by cancer, okay, the outreach of people that started pouring out to me was mind-blowing. And, that event, Ferrari, so the owner of Ferrari reached out to me. He's a cancer survivor, Ferrari Maserati, in Plainview.
Yep.
He has something called recovery racing because he recovered from cancer.
Sure.
And once he found out the magnitude of what we were doing, he said, you could have Ferrari. So we closed down
That's amazing.
dealership.
Yep, it was beautiful.
From my pocket, I paid for everything.
Right.
And that night, we broke every record that night for amount of people there, amount of money we raised. It's just
Incredible.
It was beautiful.
and the main thing was just the mission, right?
Yep.
Awareness.
Yep.
And that's what I was so grateful. Yes, I'm competitive. I'm happy that I won for sure.
No doubt.
But as the team grew and I realized what was going on, it went from just winning to to progressing it toward the end of that mission, which is God willing to find cures.
Well, I can tell you it was a great event, and to piggyback on because actually my new amazing branch managers in the audience today. One of the reasons why I actually chose Douglas Elliman in making my switch was because I personally also have the opportunity to go down to Florida, which is in the works for me as well. She can confirm it. we were discussing this. I also have I have that same vision for Florida as well. Luckily, as an agent, we're able to get licensed in New York and have that transfer down to Florida. So, brother, we probably going to be seeing a lot of each other.
I'm getting
On the,
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
on the
He's
beach.
already ready.
I'm getting goosebumps.
Carlos, let's go. We got a meeting. Where we
Yeah.
going? South Beach. Oh,
Oh my God.
so
Like
yeah,
work.
I'm excited about that, man. And
You should be.
yeah, it's I think the decision in making, that was one of the driving forces, being able to branch out. Texas is on my radar as well, as Douglas Elliman is pushing me to be better. They're pushing me not to stay in the lane of just a sales agent. They're pushing me to become a broker. This is the level of leveling up you want to surround yourself with.
You want that.
100%.
Value added.
Right. You touched on your humble beginnings, and it wasn't. It's a 20-year span. It wasn't always success. Brooklyn back then is not the Brooklyn that it is now.
Correct.
Do you feel in the time that you spent in Brooklyn, you were able to really? Where did you learn that drive, that desire to want more? Because Brooklyn in itself, coming from experience, and I could say this, is a bubble, And for those that get out, usually have the mindset of, next level. We know the level up effect. You know what I'm saying,
course,
Kev?
of course.
You know what I mean? So what was that driving force? What motivated you? Where to be where you are now? An extremely successful attorney in your present state. Please speak on that.
Oh, to me, it's my family.
Okay.
Growing up poor, I saw what my father had to do.
Sure.
To have what he had. I saw that the possibilities and what I'm doing are endless. As long
Right.
as you put in that effort and stay
Right.
consistent. Because a lot of things people don't recognize, and you say something about the young children, is consistency.
Yep.
These things don't happen overnight.
Right.
Yep.
You say they want to pop off overnight.
Yeah.
You don't really pop up overnight. You don't become a number
Exactly.
one agent. You don't become a
a
number one
fact.
anything overnight.
That's a fact.
For those who know me, I love sports. I live for sports. And when I follow some of these legends, Kobe, Jordan, and you see their work ethic, right? Kobe didn't pop up overnight. He was at that gym 3 hours earlier than every other professional athlete. Right?
fact.
And when they
Strolling
walked in,
in.
he was already making fun of them. He was like, "Oh,
You're late.
good afternoon," when they strolled in at 8 a.m.
Bro, oh my God, I call it the boss hour.
Yes.
5 to 6 in
5
the morning. It's the boss
5
hour.
o'clock in the morning.
True story. I put this on my feed. I couldn't believe it. I text Ace off one day about some business that I needed help with at about 10:30, 11 in the morning. I said, "Good morning, Ace off." He was like, "Good morning,
Good morning.
brother. Good afternoon."
Good afternoon.
And that hit hard. I almost passed out. But please continue. Work ethic.
It started from my family.
Yes.
And our upbringing.
Yep.
And then I got a little taste of what goes on in the world and how you can get there. And for the people who sit back, life will pass you by if you don't do that. That's where it stemmed from my family and my upbringing and my surroundings. I wouldn't change anything in the world from growing up in Brooklyn the way I did before social media,
Right.
before
Yes.
everything, where we were in the streets playing, socializing, interacting with people.
Did you own a pair of Timberlands?
Oh, many. Different colors.
He's from Brooklyn,
That's
baby.
what I'm saying, boy.
Some with open laces, closed
Okay,
laces.
okay. That's what I'm talking about.
And I wouldn't have changed it for anything in the world. Again,
Nice.
and not to take away from the children today with technology,
100%.
but I was out in the street playing with my friends.
Yeah.
And now the kids are on their phones all day.
Right.
So they lose a lot of that
different thing.
sense that we had growing up. And in Brooklyn, I mean, you had 20 friends on every block, So you were out all day, you were interacting, you were playing. I have a lot of what I have through what I learned as a child
100%.
in my surroundings.
100%.
Today these children, for the most part, they're on
Socials.
social
Yeah.
all day, morning, night, afternoon, and when they go to sleep. We were playing, we were interacting, we were talking, we were
Right.
socializing, we were, hustling, we were,
No doubt. No doubt.
real life.
Yeah.
And I tend a lot to what I have is just a life experience.
Of course. Yeah.
I grew up in Brooklyn around the same time. I'm a couple of years older than you. Grew up in Red Hook, Brooklyn, Carroll Gardens, Brooklyn, and everything you said rings true to me too. And in addition to that, you're right. That's where we got those social skills very early on, but also not only with our peers, meaning our friends and neighbors, but also the elders. Back then,
For sure.
you know, there were the ladies on the block who would
For
put a
sure.
pillow on the windowsill and
yeah.
they kept an eye on you.
Neighborhood
and
watch.
If you're crossing the street without
Yeah.
watching, they let your mom and dad know, and your mom and dad were happy to hear that
Right.
somebody kept an eye on them and you paid respect. Everybody was Mr. and Mrs. and not just, you know, so it was a different time, but
It was.
We need to get back to that a little bit. I'm deviating.
No,
a
no,
little
no.
bit,
But I wanted to touch on that. It was also a catch-22 because those same people, if you were misbehaving in the street, not only would you get your behind whooped by them, when you got home, you had to talk to mom and dad.
See, I wasn't
and
gonna
then
say
it was
that. He said it.
Of
but
course
you're-
I'm gonna say that. That is
he's
a part of my
100%
upbringing.
correct.
Hell yeah.
You got it twice. That's
No
what I
doubt.
meant by your parents thanked them.
Oh,
for,
okay,
like,
okay. Listen,
snatching you
I
by
broke-
the back
yeah,
of your
right,
ear.
exactly.
It's a beautiful thing that there were consequences for actions, right? So
Yeah, there was
we're all on
consequences.
social media, we're all doing our thing, but sometimes I see posts where clearly no one's ever been in a situation where there
No.
are consequences for,
Nope.
for actions. But
Nope.
I'm going to take a different angle on the kids. I love this generation. I love how much knowledge they have.
Oh,
of
they're so much
technology.
smarter than us.
Yeah,
it's off the
think
chain.
they are-
That
I
part
think-
is far better.
I think they're in the dark about how they can use some of the information, like even where we are
Correct.
in EPM Studios. I think ARC is doing an incredible job of
100%.
employing young people with the
100%.
photos and the videos and the social media because he's giving them a way to say, hey, you're good at this.
Right.
Let me help you monetize this idea. Let me help you monetize your skill set. So for me, I love working with young people and trying to help them monetize their skills. I did it with my 17-year-old son last week.
Yep.
You guys met Trey. We had
No
him
doubt.
on,
Yes, sir.
on the show. I sent him the mental health awareness episode.
Okay.
I said, do me a favor, buddy. I need 4 clips from this. I was trying to do it myself the night before so I can post it and get it out there.
Sure.
And, send it to me. I need to post it, and this is what I need. I need you to start where I'm at,
Yep.
stop here,
Yep.
da-da-da-da-da. And he had it in an hour, and he got paid handsomely for it.
Okay.
He got paid handsome, but it's a skill set. It's
No
something
doubt.
that would have taken me much longer to get exactly what I wanted, and I gave it to him. And then Asaf has an idea, and then your 12 and 14-year-old, they're going to be doing something with your clips right now because they have some gifts and skills that we can do, but it takes us longer. And it's instantaneous with them. So I'm very much in the business of networking, motivating, and mentoring young
course.
people. So,
Of
hey,
course.
you may think this is fun and games, but you have an employable skill that me as an employer, conceptually, I get what we're doing social media.
Yeah.
But practically, I am not going to take away from selling insurance and leading my team to say, can we interrupt the podcast so I can get a quick selfie and can you post it?
No,
as
it's
well?
intuitive
And what
to
you
them.
did as well, business-wise,
it's
to
easy.
hire a team to do that for you.
100%.
That's everything. And ARC has a young
100%.
team that sees the world the way it should be seen now.
Yep.
And very soon, these people that we're answering on social media,
Yep.
they're our future home buyers.
There you
They're
go.
going to be the ones that
Oh, I
I'm
love
selling
working with 'em.
home and auto insurance and life insurance to as well.
They gotta
Because
grow
their
up
future's
sometime.
Bright.
Yeah, of
well,
course.
They're growing
They
up
gotta
now.
grow up,
All they
yeah.
need to know is the value of their skills. And let me tell you something. You guys work for the Post delivering newspaper. I've swept barbershops. I've carried grocery bags. I've carried a Clorox box. Those
C-Town.
too small to carry anything else to make money. But these kids, this skill,
Yeah.
those kids at home
Right.
with the phones we
Right,
pay
right,
for,
right.
Kids now-
they can
Yep.
make money right now just
They're-
by helping
A lot more money.
a lot more by
I
helping
hear
a
you.
business
Yeah.
participate. Like you guys
Correct.
know this.
Correct.
I network with a lot of my fellow Allstate agents and other professionals that say, Kevin, what are you doing? How are you all over on top of stuff? Trade secret. Young people, interns, they're great at it.
Yeah.
Let them know what you do and get out of their way.
And just one last thing quickly to piggyback, because I don't want to lose the thought, is these young folks now, they're so smart. They're smarter. I learned more this past year from these young professionals than I could learn on my own. So the reverse is true too. And I've said this many times. I've learned so much from my son and his peers this year that has helped me in my business. And I like to encourage that and reciprocate, just like we were saying with Asaf too. It means so much to them when they get a reply from Asaf or Kevin,
Right.
or, somebody that they're aspiring to be. And just to one thing this afternoon coming over here, there was a girl with a lemonade stand, so that's like the first entrepreneurial drive we all have, right? The lemonade stand or something like this. And then in my 20s, I was working like I was going to school, working odd jobs. These kids in their 20s now, I'm helping them set up LLCs and S corporations, and so just to show you how things have changed. So yes, I'm not knocking this young generation by any means. They are far surpass us in some things, but to Asaf's point and my point earlier, there is some things that you just can't get from technology.
The social part, the art of choosing teams. I'm with Asaf today. You guys are a team, and the back and forth. Right. There's a social aspect of talking, and I think that's where we get to help out a little bit.
Yes, 100%. So I want to ask you, in your journey, we discuss a lot of entrepreneurship here. This is a panel for young entrepreneurs, experienced entrepreneurs. You are the embodiment of an entrepreneur. You have multiple businesses. The come up, right? What's some advice you would give to these young, let's say real estate agents in my field? I'll take it for myself. You know what I mean? These young kids coming up that are making 6 figures at 24, 25. What's some advice you can give them as a very seasoned entrepreneur?
I would always keep your head down to the ground, put your foot down to the nose to the pedal. Always, always, always do the right thing, even when people are not looking. Okay. Surround yourself with amazing people, which is not easy. Okay. But over time, you will learn that skill, and God willing, you will attract these amazing people. Some of these people that I have in my life, I've been attracted to them one way or another, through reputation, through opportunities.
Sure.
So nose down to the grind. Always do the right thing. And I strive to always be the hardest worker in the room every time I step in the building.
Love that.
Okay.
He said the hardest worker, not the smartest, because you could be the smartest, I'm gonna outwork you.
Yeah,
Go ahead. He's gonna outwork you.
I tell people all the time, I'm not the smartest person in the room.
Me neither.
But I will outwork you.
That's a
Okay.
fact.
And I will do the right thing, and I will not
fact.
stop until
Love
I'm
that.
done. And I will surround myself with the tools, which are really the people in my life that'll help me get there. Because to be honest, if you really want to be up there, you're not doing it alone.
Can't.
At all.
Can't.
You got 2 beautiful babies. One daughter I met for the first time yesterday. I met your son. I've seen you're such a proud dad. Like, we're all dads on this panel. You're such a proud father. You're so involved in their lives. I feel like, since I've known you, your kids have grown. I don't see these kids every day, but you post them so regularly because you're so proud of them. I feel like I've seen them grow throughout social. So when I saw your daughter for the first time yesterday, I looked at her, I was like, oh my God, you got so big. I haven't seen this girl before in my life. You know what I mean? And it was like, yo, beautiful girl. Your son has grown so big.
Thank you.
Floor seats at the Knicks. I've seen you involved. Heavy Knick fan. Y'all would, yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kevin's a big Knick fan.
Yeah.
Big basketball fan. So, yeah, how does, you being a father, how do you do the work-life balance? Like, what's that like as an attorney?
And it's something I'm very proud of, and I try to help people out all the time. 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, balance, okay? Because it's very hard. Some people, if not most people, never find that balance, okay? I found that balance through an unfortunate situation in my life where a life experience forced me to learn that balance.
Right.
And that's why it's so important, and I strive to live by it, and I do live by it, and really help people with it. And that balance, to me, because it may be different to everyone, is a balance of 4 things that I balance evenly. Right? I must be a good father. Okay, it's very, very important to me. Must. It's a job, and that I must do. I learned this more so. And again, this is with a life experience coming. I learned this more so when I won the Man of the Year campaign for cancer. Is health, okay? You must spend time on being healthy, whether it be exercising or eating right, because health is really a true wealth. Okay, without
Mental health.
And without health, you're nowhere. Okay,
100%.
I mean nowhere. You're underneath the ground. So I balance being a good daddy. I balance living a healthy lifestyle. I strive to be the best at what I do. Okay. And whatever woman I'm with, I have to give her the time that she needs, okay? And when I balance these 4 things, to me, my life is perfect. And it's not always easy, but I will not take any time away for any one of those things because they're all important to me to be up here. I won't take time away from my family. I won't take time away from my health. I won't take that time away from my business or the person I'm with. Those 4 things to me give me that perfect balance of being happy in life. So to me, being happy is everything, you know.
And number 5, best dressed. So
Thank you.
Yeah, he's sharp. He's sharp.
Even as a little boy growing up very poor, I spent all my money on clothes and
No doubt.
Is that right?
style and
Yeah.
fashion. To me, it was like it's like your armor, right?
No doubt.
You know, like when you were younger and you were going out,
100%.
and you wore something new. It just makes you feel good.
It makes you feel better.
You know,
Easter was fresh for me.
and you know, so today I love style and fashion. Just something
Love
I've
it.
always-
Makes you feel good.
Yeah, you know, I've always
Nice.
been to it.
Nice.
Go
ahead, brother.
That's it.
Mr. Aesop German, go ahead. Yes.
Same topic.
Yes.
A little bit of what we were talking about this morning. We're getting ready for the show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to start with you, and we'll go round robin with it. Young entrepreneurs. Lou talked about they're making good money. They're young realtors. On the financial side, what would you recommend to young entrepreneurs, or how would you suggest they save money to prepare for the next opportunity, whatever that is? What are some of the things you've done to save money, right, so that when opportunities came to you, you were ready for it?
Well, that didn't happen to me till later in life because I didn't have any money. I was very, very, very poor, and that money that I had when I was a little boy, I spent on clothes. Okay, today, and this is where to kind of piggyback on what you shared about this. You know, the kids today have knowledge, right?
Right.
And they have the avenues and the tools that we have never had. You know what I mean, I had to look in an encyclopedia that I had at home, and even the ones I had at home were like 40 years old.
Right, right.
You know,
Yeah,
but
Botanica.
bought them,
Now,
they were
out of date.
Like in 2
Yeah,
seconds,
yeah.
these kids today can anything,
2
and that's why they're
seconds.
so smart.
Yeah, yeah.
But so I personally didn't have the opposite. Today I was just, and I tell my children all the time, and some of it comes with help from us and the guidance. And I forced my son to open up a bank account, you know.
No doubt.
And my son's 14. He can't do it without him, but I forced him to start learning about stocks.
Sure.
The little things that I make fun.
Sure.
You know, it's fun to him.
Yeah.
And it just, to me, it's teaching them. But I make him save certain portions of money that when he gets a holiday, maybe for whatever, he saves a portion of it.
Right.
And a lot of things, you know, it's learning those values
Right.
and learning those protocols, if you will, from a young age. Because you develop now, and they'll follow you, just like everything else. You know, you create bad habits, you will have these bad habits.
No doubt.
You know, you create good habits, and that is my recommendation to them. I have them save a portion, even if it's the holidays.
Yeah.
You know, and it's his money. If it's his birthday, and I don't want to tell him what to do with his birthday money, but it's a small portion of it.
Sure.
Save.
No doubt.
That's great advice.
Yeah. Listen, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you helping me level up in my business.
An honor.
You know,
Truly.
means a lot to me. And yeah, man, continue to motivate, continue to do your thing, and I'm good. You any questions?
Nah, I had a statement. I apologize. You
No,
guys,
go.
so guys, we're wrapping up the season.
Yes.
These guys, Carlos going on to a wonderful new venture with
Yes,
Douglas
sir.
Elliman.
Yes,
Congratulations.
sir. I appreciate
Congrats,
that. Thank
congrats.
you. I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. Lou is going on to do amazing things, and we're looking for him. Follow him all over.
Yes.
And I'll be here too.
Yes. Yes. We'll be here.
Yeah.
The one thing I had in mind, I had gifts for you guys that I bought.
Okay.
Because hardest part of being on this show is these guys are incredible gift givers. They gave some Don to the
And
Don here
there
today.
you go.
So I wanted to come today with gifts for you guys.
Yeah.
I actually bought some bling.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I bought some bling. Okay. Because this is like the end of the championship season.
Okay.
Wow.
We get
The way I
rings.
wanted to close the season was with
Wow.
that. I wanted to make sure when we met again,
Yeah.
that we did this,
one of these.
All
that
right.
sir.
our rings would touch.
Okay.
Our rings would touch.
Love it.
Now, not to leave it, I got the rings from Party City. They were nice.
Oh, I'm sure. I know that's where it was going too.
But it was,
I was
the
like,
principle.
oh,
the
yeah.
principality. I wanted to give that to
principality.
you guys.
That's
to
nice.
Yeah.
let you know, it's been an absolute pleasure
Yes.
doing this,
Yes.
sharing jewels with you guys.
No
sharing
doubt.
Wisdom,
It's been fun.
No doubt.
Giving knowledge and creating awareness. I wanted to give you guys jewelry back, but got caught in traffic, didn't get a chance to pick
All
it up.
That's
good.
all good.
Listen.
And
You can send it
heart.
to us.
And
Yeah.
listen, I just want to share one thing too. Kevin my birthday was a couple of weeks ago. He had some books sent to
Belated,
me.
that's right.
And one of them was this book here called The One Thing, New York Times bestseller. I'm going to recommend this to all the young entrepreneurs out there because it talks about some of the things we covered today. And in turn, I like to reciprocate. So I have some books here, one for Kevin called Your Next 5 Moves. And to Aesop's point today, he was so eloquent in talking about, how it took time and evolved. So this is also a Wall Street Journal bestseller right now, Patrick Bet-David.
Thank you.
And so I have a copy for my man, Kevin.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I have a copy for my man, Carlos.
Gonna eat that.
And for our guest, Aesop.
Yes,
although
sir.
He probably doesn't need it as much as some of us.
No.
But he sounds like he's always thinking ahead.
Yeah.
And had I known we had another guest, I would have purchased another copy for you, so my apologies. But I'm going to get you a copy.
Okay.
So thanks.
Thank you, and you could never be overeducated.
That's a fact.
Yes.
I was
Thank
just going to say
Yes.
that. Absolutely.
I learn something
Thank
new
you.
every day.
Thank you. Listen, the real estate trifecta, we ended strong.
Yes.
We ended strong from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Our relationships have grown from this platform. I think all of us have become a lot wiser, our relationships have become a lot stronger. We've got to know each other on, other levels. We will continue to do business. I want to thank RCG for providing us the opportunity, the platform. As you can see, I am humble enough to make sure that they get their props, their respect. I want to shout out to, I want to send Tim McGarren a big shout out to Guardian Angel Inspections, big guy. We're rolling the credits right now. And I want to thank all of our guests, every single person that we had on this show. It's been.
Yeah, we had
incredible.
a roster. And Mike, I don't know if we mentioned Mike specifically
Mike,
here at
Mike, I can't
EPM,
even-
but
how do you pronounce Mike's last name? Kraus? Krass. Michael Krass.
he's been the anchor here behind the scenes for us.
Michael Krass is a ninja.
Those young guns that we're talking about.
This young
Young
gun is an
guns, yeah.
assassin with the editing.
Yep.
He's an integral part of what we do here as far as the post-production. He and I sit for hours upon hour making sure that everything is cut, graphics are good. That's the time that I put into this because, honestly, this platform is something that I really do love to do. So the fact that I get to share it with you gentlemen and the fact that I get to have a prominent guest like my family member, Aesop German, it speaks volumes. So thank you.
Thanks for coming
Lou,
in.
you will be missed.
Truly an honor.
You will always have a place here.
And I'll be
whenever-
here, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to be tapping in.
I'll
Don't
know.
worry.
Shout out to my new agency, Douglas Ellerman. Shout out to Katie Cardinelli, who is the branch manager for Smithtown, New York. I am looking forward to working with her side by side to help my business grow, pushing me to be a better person, pushing me to be a better agent, pushing me to be a better businessman. So with that,
One more
My
time on the
brothers.
giveaways.
yes, 75-inch, Vizio.
Hold on.
My name is Kevin Span.
Oh my God.
Enjoy the show.
Send me that message on the Real Estate Trifecta.
Yes.
We are gone. We are out of here. We will see you season 2, which is going to air at the end of September. We're going into October hot. We are going to be bringing heat, and I can't wait for the lineup that we have stored for season 2. Some of y'all have already been called. Some shoulders have been tapped. And Aesop, I hope to see you in Florida, brother.
I can't wait to see you.
I cannot wait for that. That was music to my ears.
I want to see you everywhere.
Oh,
He's
man,
right,
listen.
Florida.
Real Estate Trifecta, Season 1, signing off. Peace and blessings. We love you all.
Peace.